Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for round two. So we're going to talk about some boxing, some MMA, a little bit of local sports today. Tonight, I should say. First, we're going to go with MMA because that is the better topic than boxing. Mark Hunt versus Miocic.
I called the upset in the last one.
You did call the upset in the last one, and I was completely shocked.
You text me like, oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. Matter of fact, who was that? It was.
I can't even remember.
Don't you remember who it was? Oh my goodness! But you called the upset.
Yeah.
Mark Hunt and Miocic to right now. Mikado? I have no idea. I'm gonna call Mark Hunt second round TKO. Just because Mark Hunt doesn't go down. It's going to be a boxing match. Everybody knows this right now. Miocic likes to throw. Mark Hunt likes to throw. And it's not going to be a sad boxing match as some of y'all may have witnessed a couple of days ago.
Ooh. Why so contrary, my friend? You're a sore loser.
Not a sore loser. Apparently, Manny Pacquiao is a sore loser from what Floyd said, right?
According to Money May.
According to Money Mayweather, who fought okay, this is the thing.
Let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about this fight because a lot of people that don't watch boxing watch this fight.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand the scoring concept and technology.
Exactly.
Looking at the fight. So
a lot of people don't know how Manny Pacquiao fights.
Right.
If you look at his previous fights, I mean, he really didn't do anything different from what he normally does, other than he might have thrown a little bit more in other fights.
Well, he threw more punches than Mayweather. In the tally, it's no doubt that he threw more punches, but in the scoring, it's about how you land versus a block. And when a punch is blocked, that's not a land.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's a land. So I think there's some people that are miseducated on some of the technicalities, the way it takes to win when it comes to scoring versus a knockout.
Manny Pacquiao, it was a very boring fight. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very boring fight. They both. Pacquiao fought in the first couple rounds to win. Then he started the fight, and it was like Mayweather's trying to not win. He's fighting not to lose.
Right.
And so he would do things that he wasn't doing in the first couple rounds. And
you saying Mayweather? Right?
No. Oh, Pacquiao was Pacquiao.
Well, he was the aggressor first.
He was the aggressor. Yeah.
And then he kind of probably boxed himself into that position.
And when they were thrown in the first couple rounds, he knocked him in the second round. He didn't knock him down, but he knocked him. And he stumbled back, and he was throwing. He was the aggressor, and he was the aggressor most of the fight. He just wasn't using the jab. Some people said like he should have been.
I mean, the thing is, people could be upset. The thing is that Mayweather did what he needed to do technically. He could get the score. You had an idiot. I had listened to Evander Holyfield who said Pacquiao won the fight. I think Evander Holyfield was more. I don't know if that's more of an indifference of generations, things like that. But to me, Evander Holyfield was not. That's more than that. It wasn't as smart a fighter as Mayweather.
Right.
He wasn't. He's a little bit.
He wasn't.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I just feel like this is a sharper IQ with Mayweather than Evander. Evander Holyfield was a good fighter, but I will say Mayweather compared to Evander, Mayweather is a great fighter compared to Evander Holyfield.
Mayweather understood what it took to win that fight. He did.
We have a little bit of literacy issues with Evander Holyfield. So
Mayweather too. Have you ever heard Mayweather try to speak?
But he got a
little
more.
Goodness, Mayweather, you cannot read. 50 Cent was right for calling
you out. He can't.
But he can't read. No. But
Mike Tyson can though, right?
There's a lot of boxers that can't read.
That's a shame.
Pretty much, they're just growing to fight. They're growing to fight,
just like pit bulls.
Pit bulls are not growing to fight.
I have a pit bull. I don't call Don't call
Peter over here.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Peter, we are friends.
Anyway, so you had the boxing match with the Pacquiao. We're actually gonna have Canelo Alvarez here pretty soon. That's going to be a real fight.
That's going to be a real fight.
That's going to be a real fight. Canelo is this.
You're gonna probably see more flurries.
Pasty white guy. I like Canelo.
You're probably gonna see more flurries.
Canelo is nice.
And the thing is, when it comes to a good boxing match, people don't want to see that. Be honest with you.
They want names. I know. What do they want to see?
And people don't want to see that was a good boxing match. Pacquiao.
Correct. They don't want a good boxing. They want a slugfest. That's what they want.
People don't want to see a good boxing match. Correct. That is. I give respect to both boxers because that is at the highest level of your expertise.
Mm-hmm. There is a art to boxing.
Right.
It's not slugging.
Right.
And
like you talking about my mama, you know.
we're not Ricky Hatton and Hoboy.
Right.
Way back in the day, just going at each other. Back to that. No, it's not boxing. That's a slugfest. On to locals. What do you got?
We got a few things we want to talk about here. We got Wichita Lynette Woodard was named outstanding contributor to women's basketball. So she's a former North High and Kansas All-American. Lynette Woodard has been named the 2015 Naismith Outstanding Contributor to Women's Basketball by the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. So she's very influential and has big impact still in the community here. There's a recreation complex named after, city rec center named after her. So she has an impact. Wichita South, Kendrian Elliott switches basketball commitment from Kansas State to Tulsa.
Woo!
She's a junior forward. You know, South is pretty much loaded.
You didn't say why she did that?
I mean, they didn't give much on it. I mean, it's just verbal anyway. As a junior,
gotcha.
So you can't you can't do early sign until November of this year. So
interesting. Kansas State to Tulsa.
Hester boys tennis is doing well. We go on. Carroll Northwest softball. I'll talk about this because they had no losses, and Bishop Carroll hands Northwest its first 2 losses of the season. So hats off to Bishop Carroll, and also, you know, Northwest girls softball having a good seasons there. Also want to talk about Brian McCormick, the Garden Plains head football coach. He resigned, and he'll be taking a principal position at Scott City. So that's big because Garden Plains is usually pretty competitive in football. So it'll be interesting to watch to see who they hire to take over. And usually, believe it or not, usually you see head coaches that have been around for a while. He's been coaching for a while. You usually see him do that, go to principal or assistant principal position, unless they're just one of those people that I'm just a coach. But
you don't find these guys that have been around for a while not going to colleges or anything like that.
They know. Some people like being a big fish in a little pond. Or some people know that, hey, this high school thing, they got it figured out, and I respect that. And then some people just scared to test the waters. To me, if I'm that good, you're not gonna keep underpaying me for 25 years. If I'm producing numbers like that, I'm gonna try something. You're not gonna keep underpaying me to teach these crazy kids. If I go to college, I don't necessarily. If I coach in college level, I might have to coach badminton, or I might not have to.
I've had a coach.
Aerobic sports. It's just
aerobic sports. I've had a coach where I felt that he could coach college and stay in high school right now.
Right.
And I would like to know really the reason.
It's interesting. I've coached high school. Right now, my thing is I've been out coaching since 2013, and my point right now, I'm not going back unless it's college. One, the parents have changed. I don't want to deal with the headache, and I'm not even getting, come on, at least say at the lowest level in college, I can give me 30, 35,000. I'm saying the lowest level, 30, and I don't have to teach class.
It's funny, you and Brad Stevens, you both look like you're like 20.
Right.
You're both like the same age, but you look like you're 20.
Age. And that's probably why I don't get hired for some jobs, because I don't look like it. Shame on you, society.
Brad Stevens.
But, right now, I'm loving building this. And I do believe that when I come back in the coaching ranks, and this is not about me plugging in because I'm not the greatest coach of all time, not yet. That, to me, some people, they enjoy giving back to kids, and they could do it. My thing is, I knew where to draw my line. I'm not touching that. I'm a hook off on the parent. I'm okay. You can miss me with that because it's parents. And now you got parents infiltrating on the college level too, having influence. So now you got to be careful of that because it's happened with Jody Adams over at WSU. Mm-hmm. So
interesting.
And I think these are what are these, the baby boomers or the parents of these kids that are in college now that don't know how to mind their business. Like, let your kid grow up.
It's funny, yes.
There's no physical damage from parents to college coaches, and you never see that, and it's getting more and more. We're not talking about Division II, we're talking about Division I level.
It's crazy.
Where hold on, man. The thing is, the president's not even backing it. And my thing would be, we have a certain amount of money, and we expect and produce, and if there's no physical harm or detriment done to your child, this is part of the expectation of committing and seeing through your scholarship.
Correct. You're a Division I athlete.
You're a Division I student athlete.
I don't want to hear from mommy and daddy.
You're going to miss classes because of your commitment to your. Figure it out. In Division II, we miss classes. Basketball and track, we miss classes. The football play. Guess what? You figure it out.
In NAIA, that you miss classes.
You miss classes, right? Figure it. That's your commitment to represent your school in that particular program.
Parents, we need to
it's
realize,
soft, man. It's soft.
They're coming to adults, and you pull away.
But everything, what kills me? Everything now that's going on, and that's why I'm glad I had to back out of coaching. Everything's becoming hurts your self-esteem. It's too hard. My concern is, are we making soft Americans now?
Sometimes I feel that way for a while. That these generations have become a little bit softer, and the way the NBA is turning is soft. NFL quarterbacks, wide receivers can't get hit. Major leagues, we're over here throwing people out if you throw it heads. Back in the day, you get hit in the head, you
should have been running your mouth.
You should have been running your mouth. Exactly. That's pretty much it.
You get a hard foul in the NBA, you should have been running your mouth.
Things have gone a little bit softer, but
NFL, that's what you're supposed to do. Put somebody out of the game.
That's for promote injury.
No, but NFL is a violent sport. True. Isn't that like MMA and pads?
Almost. With strategy.
Well, the strategy. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's a violent, aggressive, knock the hell out of them type of sport. You have to have certified crazy to play football.
Certified crazy. That's true.
And then they talking about domestic violence in football. Everybody crazy in football. Everybody come.
We go back to where we started, bro. Parents and colleges.
Stay out. Mind your business.
Stay home. Talk to your kid. Don't come to the coach. Don't come to the school.
And now you got the thing where you're talking around the coach. You're disrespecting the coach.
That's what happens. It's what happens. Well, K-Bath.
I'm not. Sweet swishes. Sweet swishes.
Thank you very much, guys. Good night.